Welcome back to episode 8. Did that scare you?
Energy jumped up immediately. It's a little late here.
Yeah, it's 11.
In the koi pond.
It's 11 p.m.
It's 11 p.m. I know we talked about it on last episode, but I am leaving for Nashville. So
yes.
We're banging out a couple
at 5 a.m.
this week before I go. And we're going to do one in Nashville.
Uh-huh. One in Nashville and one in Philly. Again.
Speaking of Nashville, this episode is brought to you by...
Country music?
Country music.
Taylor Swift?
The genre. Country.
Yeah, doggy.
Yeah. Get on down and ye doggy.
Get it on down.
And roll that intro, Carl.
Oh. Welcome back to episode 8 again.
Welcome back.
Thanks for still being here.
Yeah. It's good to be back.
It's good to be back. So yeah, Bruce is leaving at... What time's your flight?
The flight is 7:30. Yeah. And you are being very kind in driving me to the airport.
Yeah, it's really close.
Yeah. I live in North Hollywood, and the Burbank airport is like a 10-minute drive at most.
Uh-huh.
And my God, is that great.
And it's not only so close, it's like it takes no time to get through security. Last time it was kind of a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, it's all good.
But it was way better than LAX.
LAX.
LAX is like, I feel like no matter where you are in LA, you're an hour away from LAX.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that song lies. Hopped off a plane at LAX, and then I waited. And waited.
For my Uber for 29 minutes, and then it canceled. And I had to request another Uber. And he canceled.
No,
so
that happened to me.
I know.
My rating dropped.
Because of that?
Because of every Uber driver would like pick it up and then cancel. Because I like got in at like whatever time, and I didn't know that like every time they canceled, it was gonna like screw up my rating.
When they cancel it?
It was like weird. It was like affecting my rating.
Oh yeah, and now your rating's like kind of bad.
No, it's good now.
It's good now.
I'm back up. But yeah, for a while, like
it was
certain
bad.
people wouldn't pick me up. I was like, what the hell is this about?
It's so funny because you're like the nicest person, like most respectable person.
That is
like
funny.
you would never get wasted and take an Uber and like throw up or like anything.
Why do I feel like you're saying this and then I'm going to a bachelor party this weekend and you're gonna be like, you're never gonna guess what happened. I puked in the back.
And now my rating is 0.1.
Yeah.
I can't even use Uber now. I wonder what the worst Uber rating. Like what? I wonder at what point where they're like, you can't use the app now.
They take it away from you.
Yeah.
They delete it from your phone.
Yeah, you're just blocked.
That's really funny.
Literally block it off your phone. What's your rating right now? Do you know?
It's phenomenal. That's what it is.
I
don't know. I don't know what a good rating is. It's good.
Yeah. I think if it's below like 4.5, they're like,
What? No, I think 4.5
sure.
is really good. I think below 4 is like, yo.
Below 4 is really bad.
And I think that's where I'm at.
It's okay.
I'm like a 3.9.
It's okay. We have our moments. We have our rides.
It's like a GPA though. That's what I think.
It's like a
Anyways, how was today was pretty insane.
Oh yeah, today was crazy. So as you guys know, maybe you don't know, Erin, my best friend, my vlog partner, whatever you want to call it, her car got stolen last week. And she's been really stressed out about it because her car got stolen. So
yeah,
hello.
And a lot of people asked the question of like, what? So she had thought maybe it just got towed. And then I guess talked to the police, and police confirmed no towing companies. Like, we've traced your license. Nobody has your car.
Yeah.
Except for the person that stole it because it's stolen.
Yeah.
And she had just put like $2,000 into it, just got it registered, the whole thing. And we were talking with David Dobrik. And David's known he's a big YouTuber, and he's been known for getting people cars and partnering with SeatGeek for helping make that happen.
Yeah, and like surprising them in his vlog. And this one was, thanks.
Yeah.
To my mic up.
Yeah, we were quiet.
I can hear myself now.
Bumped our volume. Guys, if you want to put your volume up in the headphones, we want the koi pond to be all together right now. We put our headphones up. Now everybody turn your headphones up. Can you turn your headphones up? It's like Dora the Explorer.
Yeah. Yeah, so we were with him literally last night, and he was like, should I buy Erin a car tomorrow and surprise her? And I was like, yes. And so we had this whole plan.
But the best part of it is, like, Erin was like, all I want is just something reliable, nothing that's going to be crazy for the insurance. Because it's like, yeah, it's nice if somebody buys you, like, a Porsche, but you have to pay for the insurance in that, and it's not cheap.
Yeah.
If you're not ready to live a Porsche lifestyle.
Don't get a Porsche.
Yeah. So she was like, I literally just want like a Prius or something reliable like that.
Yeah. So he got her a 2019 Corolla.
It's really nice.
It's so nice. And it was so cute because he gave her the key, like in the vlog, like surprised her. And she immediately started crying. She was like, are you serious? And then she was like, wait, is it expensive because my insurance? And he was like, no, it's fine. Yeah, it was
She
great.
had no idea.
Yeah, so, and it's been like such a stressful week for her because when you have a car and then you just don't have a car because someone stole it, it's like, I don't know what to do now. Like, I can't just go somewhere.
Yeah.
It's kind of violating. I mean, anything being stolen is just violating.
Like, it's just gone.
Yeah, someone just literally stole it, so that's fine.
And the same thing with Zane's computer. I think we just talked about it, but it's just nuts that was stolen too.
Yeah.
And then, of course, today, while Erin's there, we're trying to distract her, and it was perfect because Zane couldn't find his backpack again. So he's like, I think it might have got stolen again, but it was just in David's car.
Yeah. I was like, are you kidding me, Zane?
Yeah, so, and then also by the time this podcast is out, I think it should be out, I remake beats for this rapper AK. And I've talked about him before. He's on Spotify and stuff. He has a song called Love Me Out, Life Like This, and he's dropping a new single on Friday as well called Selfish. So I remake beats for him. So it's like basically he wants to remix Post Malone's Better Now. So I redo everything. So I retrack, and make it as close as I can to that. So I'm like, oh, there's a guitar there. What is the guitar doing? Okay, I'm recording that guitar now. Oh, there's a beat. Cool. What am I doing? So I go through that whole thing. So AK's from Jersey, but he was in LA. So I got to finish it up, and I was like, come over. I want to get your reaction of you listening to it for the first time, which is really fun.
Yeah.
It's like the equivalent of giving somebody a car. My version is showing them a beat I did for them.
Surprise, bitch.
Yeah, so it was great. So I'm really excited to hear what he does with it. And at this point, maybe it's out.
Oh, yeah, and, I think so.
Yeah, maybe we're collabing with Post Malone as we speak right now. I don't know. You know?
The opportunities are endless.
Yeah.
Maybe we can have him on as a guest. Our first guest. Post Malone.
Oh, or AK.
or AK. Maybe both.
And so first off, we've been getting a ton of emails, messages, everything. We love reading it. Thank you guys for sending all the stuff. The email is coupleofissuespodcast@gmail.com. We're at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all of that, at Couple of Issues. So make sure to follow us, DM us what you guys like, don't like, everything like that. We like the koi pond to be an ecosystem. And the only way we connect as an ecosystem
oh my God, I'm in science.
Is social media.
Yes. And your emails.
And also, subscribe on iTunes and YouTube and all that stuff.
Apple Podcasts.
But that being said, we are going to take some emails from you guys. Some emails.
I have emails. I have so many emails, you guys.
Flawless segue.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
What
is something happening?
We do need help from the koi pond, but you go through the email.
Okay.
I'm gonna figure that out.
Okay. Do you want me to read the first one?
Yeah.
Okay. This is I saw this and I was like, we need to talk about this. So
wait.
What?
I got it.
Okay.
Guys, here's the thing. We need your help. Now.
Oh right.
The ad gods that be contacted us and they said, we see that you're trying to get monetized and you're trying to make money off of this. And we were like, yeah, the koi pond needs to survive. We need your money to feed our babies.
Give us some fish food.
And our little fishies. So we need your guys' help. If you have, literally 10 seconds out of your day, if you could go to survey.libsyn.com/coupleofissues. That's survey.com. Nope.
It's okay.
Pro at this.
It's okay.
If you guys can go to survey.libsyn.com/coupleofissues, that's survey.libsyn.com/issues, and fill out that survey. That's going to help them know who the koi pond is. They want to know what the koi pond represents, and we want to give that to them.
Yeah.
And then from there, we can tell them, like, this is what the koi pond is. It's what it represents. And,
and give us some ads, maybe.
And then, I can't wait till we go, this episode is brought to you by.
Oh, my God. It just rolls off
that
the tongue,
dating app.
Bruce.
We can finally talk about the dating app. Maybe we find a new dating app and we meet each other on there. And we relive these past 2 years. Yes. So that's survey.libsyn.com/couple of issues. Let's get into the first email.
All right. Thanks for the read, Bruce.
Thanks.
It felt like you were reading an ad.
I know.
Like it felt like our first ad.
I've been practicing.
In the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here's the first email. It's
Juicy.
from, just kidding, I'm not going to read the name because that's a violation of, I don't know. Anyways.
That's a violation of the koi agreement of 2012.
The koi contract says.
The coin tract.
The what?
The coin
tract.
The coin
tract. Okay. Hey, Carly and Bruce. I know. Oh, hello. Hi.
Yeah, say hi.
Oh, hi.
Hey.
I think you were saying hi to me. Hey, Carly and Bruce. I know, Carly, you have a problem with anxiety, and so do I. Bruce, sorry to leave you out. I just wasn't sure if you had it. Which?
I'm an anxious person.
Yeah, Bruce has anxiety too.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Yeah. We can get to that.
Yeah.
So for me, it's getting worse as I get older, and I'm flying to Australia in a couple of weeks. This is a total first world problem, LOL, but I'm so nervous. I'm a 16-year-old girl flying 16 hours direct by myself, and I'm too young to be prescribed Xanax. Haha. Carly, I know you just took a pretty long flight to Vietnam, and I was wondering what you did to chill out while several thousands of feet in the sky. Mine's weird. I do have anxiety, but I don't get it at all when I'm on planes.
Yeah, that's really interesting. But just the long flight to Vietnam is stressful, to say the least. Like, well, I guess you guys got lucky too because
we got really lucky. We got they hooked it up.
Yeah,
with
but pretend you didn't.
Right. For me, I wonder if she's anxious about the flight or just like everything in general, because that's what I get anxious about.
Sorry.
Like what?
Nothing. I didn't fart, so.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
I was just making sure you knew I did.
I didn't smell anything, so.
Yeah. There was a little rumble, but it was our downstairs neighbor, clearly.
Oh yeah, he smells like a fart.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Okay, so I don't get anxious on flights, but I do get anxious about big trips. Like the Vietnam one, I was just like, I mean, I get it. Like going to Australia by yourself at 16.
Yeah, it's really young.
That is scary. I don't know because I don't get anxious on flights, but
I think the more anxious thing would be this new place. We also don't know the backstory. Like, is she seeing people there?
Yeah, she didn't say.
Or is she on like a class trip?
She didn't say.
So if you were going there without anybody there, yeah, that would make you anxious.
That's pretty scary.
But there's got to be a reason if she's 16. She's got to be going with some people that she knows or something.
Or at least meeting or something.
I was literally talking to Carly about this before, where so I'm heading out, and I always like hold off to doing things last minute, because for me it's like if I have everything done, I get in my head and I'm like, you probably forgot this, you probably forgot that. And I know that's like so crazy, but I'm like, I'd rather pack right before I leave. I have a checklist ready to go. I go through the checklist, make sure everything's good to go, and then that's it. Then I'm out. Like I don't have time to overthink. Like I'll get like my stomach worked up and the whole thing. Like my anxiety is more like nerves. Like I'm always nervous and always like overthinking everything. So
yeah,
that's how I would just, I guess for Australia, I would not recommend doing things last minute, but maybe
pack last minute.
Maybe get your stuff packed, and this would be smarter for me to do, would be to get everything packed, whatever, and then do a podcast or, go out and, whatever. Just kind of get your mind distracted from the actual trip and do other things, and then be like, okay, now I'm going to go there. And then once you're there, just kind of take, my biggest advice for somebody like Carly is always take it one step at a time.
Yeah.
Where like last night we're talking about how can we get surprise Aaron, and you literally out loud are just like, we have to do this and we have to film this video and blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, well, slow it down. First, what do you have to do? What time? No, but then at 2:30, it's like already in the, like, it's
that's me.
Just like one thing at a time, we'll figure it out. And it's just, I think that's the biggest thing is just like, first, just worry about getting on the flight. Okay, cool. I'm on the flight now. Now when you're on the flight, you're just worrying about that. Take everything in strides. When you overthink everything, like how am I going to do all of this? It's so overwhelming. Mm-hmm. So I think it's like easier to kind of like break it down to like one thing at a time.
Yeah, that's true. And when I have taken it one step at a time, which is hard for me to do that, but I think I'm like sort of getting better at it and not like fearing the future as much. Because like when I do start to do that, like one thing at a time, it's never as bad as I think it's going to be. Ever, really.
Yeah.
It's weird.
You're like, we're our own worst enemy, right?
Yeah.
And that's what like every doctor would tell me, and my parents especially, to me personally, would say, you're your own worst enemy. And I did it with Carly the other night where it's like, I have a bad day. Like Monday was like a really bad day. And it like, my brain spirals. So all of a sudden, everything that's going well, the day before, like literally on a phone call with my friend being like, I haven't been happier. Like things couldn't be going better in my life. The next night I'm saying to her, I'm like, what are we doing? Like, what's going on? Like, like the podcast, like this and that, like, is it interesting enough? Is this like literally bringing up like so many things that were like, you were just saying how great it was a day ago.
Yeah. So and I know you love it.
And and exactly. And then it's like, well,
what are you saying?
What am I going to amount? Like, it's so crazy that like I could have like, 6 amazing days in a row. I could write 6 of the best songs I've ever written in my life. Mm-hmm. And, like that basically happened. Like it was like boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Like a bunch of amazing things. This person's going to cut this song. This person's doing this. Great, cool, awesome. And then it was like one day of like something bad. And then it was like, I'm never going to amount to anything.
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing with my life? Like, what is everybody, like, it's so nuts how if you shift your passion or you shift whatever, how dark it can get. And it's like, I don't know. I just like feel like it's nice to hear that more people are like that,
Oh, of course, yeah.
Because it's so easy to like put on social media, like everything's great, everything's fine, like never posting like, yo, shit's tough and there's a lot going on. But it's like, it's very easy.
Yeah. I think that kind of goes for
that to turn.
Yeah. I think that kind of goes for like on YouTube and stuff too. There'll be a ton of nice comments like, this was so funny. You guys are so funny. I like when you do this, whatever, over and over and over. And then there's one where it's like, you guys need to do more things, or like, you suck, or like
to you and Aaron.
Yeah, and then it's just like one comment, and it's like, well, I don't know. It's like that one, and that will be
the one.
Yeah,
I do that all the time.
Yeah, it's so easy for everybody to do that. It's so weird how we're just like, I feel like we're just trained to be like, oh, one person something bad, but then we're bad.
You know what I think it is, and this is unprofessional advice. Of course, but it's the idea of like, we're insecure, right? So, don't know what for.
I was just gonna do that. But I was like, I don't know if he wants me to be funny right now.
We stand a 1D.
1D legend.
So we have these insecurities, right? Like being on camera, or if you're like whatever it is, like if you're like doing a presentation or something, or like anything where you're kind of in the spotlight, or like to be judged, you have these insecurities of like, maybe there's a good chance I'm not good enough. Right?
Yeah.
And it's like, so when you have 80 people say, that was great, like it was awesome, whatever, you're like, okay, like I appreciate that. It was really nice. And the one person's just like, that sucked. You're like, I knew it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like part of you's like, that's it. Yeah. It's like that person, that troll, like took on like your subconscious of like insecurities.
Yeah.
And then we focus on that.
Yeah. And then we dwell on it.
But also like, who goes on YouTube videos and comments like these terrible things? I have to think like it's gotta be like young teenage kids, like little kids, like 12, 13 years old.
I don't know. Like, I want to say it's jealousy, but I don't think it's jealousy 100% of the time. I think it's just some people who are just like, maybe they just really didn't like it. And they're like, well, I'm going to tell them because, like, I don't fucking like this.
But that's what's crazy to me. It's like, and like, it's funny because it's like, it's, you know, like, I think people do it for a reaction, and that there's some, like, and I no one's going to say, like, well, what I thought about the first part was this was good and I didn't like this and whatever.
Yeah.
Like, kids are just like,
breaking it down.
Fuck that sucked, you know, and just like, cool, great, awesome. But it is, like, crazy to me that it's like, it's literally, it does feel like jealousy.
Yeah, a little
because
bit.
Probably most of the time, if you reply, how many times have people been like, oh my God, I love you, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
They just want you to, like, they want to get a reaction out of you.
That happened a lot on Vine, actually. Vine was the most like that. Vine had the worst commenters, way worse than YouTube. It was such a negative community.
Yeah.
What?
I'm just saying, just check the screen. Where you at?
I
told you. I was like, let me adjust this mic to be below your mouth. And I was like, don't, like, lean down. Like, just wherever you're comfortable, I'll adjust the mic. And then by the end of it, she's just, like, down here. Slumping. And, like, it's in her forehead. And she's just here. And
I'm in the ground now. Yeah, Vine was, like, the worst community of commenters. And it would be like, she's so fucking ugly. And I'd be like...
To you?
Yeah, just comments
it's
like that.
Not true.
I mean, no one ever said that. Something like that. And I'd be like, oh, thanks. I'm like, oh my God, I love you. Thank you for responding. I'm like, oh, it wasn't even like trying to hide it.
Bizarre.
Like, at least be like, hey, I'm really sorry I said that. I'm actually a fan. I was just like having a bad day. No, they're like, oh my God, I love you. Like, not even trying to hide it.
It's funny.
So weird. And how embarrassing is that? Like, if I did that to somebody I like looked up to or somebody I followed and they responded, that's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
God. I'm pissed.
But at the same time, it could be somebody's like, oh, this is like, I'm in on her sense of humor. Like, I know that,
maybe,
like, saying ugly is whatever, and then maybe it wasn't those exact words, but it was like being like, I'm messing around with you too. That's your humor.
Maybe.
And just taking the wrong way. Because, like, sometimes, you know, that happens with people, and then they get blocked on Instagram.
I know. Should we talk about this, or should we not talk about this?
Let's talk about it.
I want to talk about it. I don't care. No, here. I start crying.
Yeah.
Okay. Story time. Welcome to my, hey guys, welcome back to my channel.
This is good.
Dana Mojo here. So, as you guys know, we are huge fans of Chris D'Elia.
We are babies.
We are true babies. He has a great podcast, amazing comedian, blah, blah, blah. So, back in the day, Vine days, I commented on his Instagram picture, and I think it was when he was on the show Whitney. Mm-hmm. If you guys don't know, it was like a sitcom on NBC.
Yeah, it was Whitney Cummings and Chris D'Elia.
Yeah, and so they would always like banter to each other back and forth on like Twitter and stuff and just like shit on each other. So it comes full circle in this story with like how me and my friends are now. So they would always like banter back and forth, blah, blah. And I don't remember what I commented on his Instagram, but it was something like...
Joking?
It was joking, but it was like, this picture gave me a nightmare or something that like he would say. Yeah. But to him...
Oh, so it's a nightmare then or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So then he blocked me.
Yeah.
And now, but I get it because now when our fans, our followers, are rude to us, I think to them they're just like trying to banter because that's what like our vlog squad, like that's what we all do, but we don't know that person, so we think it's mean.
Yeah, and it's the way it comes across. So like Chris could have just like, well, he also has said on his podcast, he's just like, you say one thing, bam, you're blocked, baby. Like like he blocks like
no other.
But the funny thing is that they follow each other on Twitter.
Yeah, we're like buddies on Twitter.
And
I don't know if that
I have to say that Chris like was super, super sweet to us.
Yeah.
And we wanted to go to see his show, and she DM'd him, and he was like, oh yeah, you've been such a supporter of me and the podcast and everything, like I'll hook it up. And like he literally hooked it up for us, and we got to see him at the Hollywood Improv, like do like a headlining set.
It was
so it's like
nice.
It's not like we have no beef with Chris D'Elia.
I mean, he probably doesn't know that.
But it would be so funny to bring that up.
I know.
To him.
I like want to.
Like a bunch of people just start tweeting at him. So he's like, well, I'm going to block her on Twitter now. What the hell's happening?
No, please
don't do that.
Don't. It's my one thing.
Yeah.
It's funny because we have our couple of issues Instagram, and I have the Carly and Aaron Instagram too. So I like log onto those to like watch his stories. I feel like
that's how she stays in touch.
I feel like a creepy ex or something.
That's so funny.
I'm so upset. I just hope I feel like he doesn't, like, he wouldn't remember that. I don't think, because I feel like he blocks people all the time.
But I don't think you're getting unblocked.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't mind it because it's him. Yeah. And I know how he is with that situation. Because, like, once you get blocked, you're not getting unblocked.
Yeah. That's really funny.
Anyway, I just want to give you a formal apology at Crystalia. Sorry for commenting whatever I did on your Instagram. I think it was something about a picture being a nightmare. I don't know.
Yeah.
I meant it in the best way. Please forgive me.
Thanks for those tickets, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much for those tickets. If you want us to come to more, go ahead. I would love more tickets.
It's like the Koi Pond is a subsidiary cult of Crystalia's podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
We're a subsidiary. So it's like, this is like the main branch.
The babies.
And we're like the federal.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like the legislative branch. We're down here.
I'm like, like I know about politics. I'm like, yeah, that branch.
Side note, too, to shout out Jason Nash and David Dobrik, the Views podcast. They shouted us out. That was very, very sweet.
So nice. We were doing an outro and an intro with Jason. He was like, just out of the blue, just shout out. I was like, that's so nice.
And then on the Views Twitter.
Yeah.
Which is very great. So you guys can check out Views. I did the intro for them too. Views. Views. That's my voice. It's cool. We are, people brought it up before about bringing guests on. We're eventually going to bring guests on when we can expand the studio.
Yeah.
But we need that after you guys go to Libsyn. No.
Surveys.
Survey. One, there's not multiple.
I don't know, man.
Survey. survey.libsyn.com/couple-of-issues. And that's a survey you can take for us to get monetized, and we can get a bigger studio, and then we can start making this ish even more legit, peeps.
If you go to that link, we will have David and Liza on here and get all the details. Yeah. I'm just promising nothing.
That.
What's happening? What'd I do?
I'm trying to motion you. Email. Email.
Oh, sorry.
Trying to segue.
I thought
what?
At the same time I was touching this, I was like, oh no, did I mess something up? I'm sorry. Okay, let's go to a different email, shall we, Bruce?
Excited ready. Jeez.
Notice. Okay. Hi, use a different name. I'm 23, but probably still a bigger fan than all the 16-year-olds combined. I love the podcast, guys. Thank you. That's nice. My best friend and I had an interesting relationship. It always felt like more than friends, and we very much interacted like we were dating. We would talk 24/7, go on vacations together, constantly hang out, just the two of us. Everyone thought we were dating and just not telling people. So sorry, let's say that. Everyone thought we were dating and just not telling people. But whenever I confronted him about it, he would say we were just better off as friends. He really used me like I was his girlfriend and knew my feelings towards him and strung me along for 2 years. Dang. Well, turns out he's gay. Pretty valid reason. Yeah. Pretty valid reason why he wouldn't want to date. But now our relationship has changed. I don't know if he is still my best friend or if we were so close because I liked him. He now has a boyfriend and we don't hang out as much. And our relationship is nothing like it was before. And we aren't really exes, but have you ever been friends with an ex? That's complicated and interesting.
I've never been in that situation, that exact one. Have you?
Kind of.
How?
Not like date. I wasn't best friends with him, but when I was in elementary school, probably for 5 or 6 years, I was like obsessed with this boy in elementary school, and he's gay. He's gay now. I mean, that's all it was. We weren't like, he didn't treat me like he was a girlfriend.
Well, the funny thing is, Carly and I, we met on a dating app, and her bio was, my type of guy is
someone
who's probably gay, but we're not sure.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
And which is kind of funny that you said that. So that was stemmed from your childhood. Like maybe there's like, I
guess so.
Maybe there's like part of you that's like afraid of that. So you like
project it out.
Project humor.
Well, and I was obsessed with Clay Aiken when he was on American Idol. I was obsessed with Clay Aiken. And I was like, I'm gonna marry him. Like, I'm gonna marry him. Like, I love this man. And then it came out a few years later that he's gay. And I was like, what's my deal? What's
that's
my
so
issue?
Funny.
Yeah.
Is this a bad place to tell you? No.
I was like, what? Just tell me.
Well, the funny thing is too, like I love. Well, I produce pop music, so I love a lot of pop, and like I got like obsessed with One Direction. They were my intro to pop because I was into like pop punk and rock and some hip hop and stuff. And this producer I was working with was like, yo, check out One Direction. And I checked it out and I was like, oh, well, these songs are dope. So I got like so into it. So it was like, we bonded over like liking One Direction.
Me and you.
And she was like, and you're straight. This is really weird.
Yeah, it was like amazing.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Yeah.
Gosh, sorry. Anyway, so back to
back to there. We're just
talking about ourselves here.
Us. Anyways, next question.
Yeah, I mean, like the truth of the matter is, you can't really do anything to like repair that. It's either gonna work or not. So it's either gonna be you realizing, okay, we're better off just friends because, you know, like whatever, like I actually did like him as a friend, or you have to realize like, oh no, I just had feelings for him and like that was it.
Yeah.
Because that happens, and you know, and it's, sometimes you just grow apart and you move on. Yeah, but that's what I would say.
Yeah, maybe try to just hang out with, I mean, I know you said it's hard to hang out with him right now because he has a boyfriend, but maybe if you just gave him a call and was like, hey, I just want to like still hang out and just like maybe go to lunch or something and see how it is and kind of feel it out. But
and I don't know how that works. If it's like oh, there was this girl that had a thing for me, and then you're gay. So then you tell your boyfriend like, oh, this girl had a thing for me. Like, would the boyfriend be jealous? It's like, no, like you're gay. So it's like,
yeah, I don't know. It probably just depends on the relationship and the person.
Yeah, that's really interesting to me.
Yeah,
because like where's the line of jealousy?
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, but you might have been attracted to her. Mm-hmm. Like you might have wanted to try something with her to see. Yeah, that's
true.
So then it's like, where's the line? I don't really know.
I don't know either. But maybe, and you never know, maybe they will both become your best friends. Like you just never know.
That's true, yeah.
You know, if you just hang out.
Yeah, if you enjoyed him so much, like somebody he's choosing to be his boyfriend, you're probably going to enjoy hanging out with him too.
Yeah. Although, if she really has feelings for him, I'd be kind of sad.
Yeah, devastating.
Yeah, I don't know.
True.
Yeah. So maybe just feel it out. You don't have to make any decisions. Take it one step at a time.
Roll with it.
Yeah.
I literally was like, what are you saying?
I thought you were going to say roll the intro, and I was like, what, again?
Yeah, I started the sentence like, where is this going? It was just roll tide.
Roll tide. What's that from? It's like a sports thing?
Yeah, college football.
Yeah.
Roll tide.
So, I don't know. Feel it out.
Yeah, feel it out. You know, no pressure.
Yeah. All right, I'll move on to the next one. This one's actually from Twitter. And I honestly now feel weird reading names since we're doing so many emails. So I don't know. Should I read her handle, do you think?
No, but let's just do it without.
Okay. So she says, how do I make friends? I'm 20 years old, extremely introverted and shy. Can't bring myself the courage to talk to people. And I overthink everything that I say to the point where I stumble with every word I say. Please help.
You know what? No, let's say, well, it says my name, Jess.
My name, Jess.
It's public. My name, Jess. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I don't know what that handle is. I'm One Dragon.
I was reading something. I don't know what it was, but it was something like this where it was like, how do you make friends as an adult? Like, I'm on school.
Hold on. Sorry. You're not addressing the fact that, like, a girl responded to that. And they were, like, communicating back and forth about their anxiety.
True. Yeah,
that's so fucking cool.
Yeah, so there's, like, a whole conversation of people. Like, she's like, well.
Just seeing that and being like, well, I'm going to tweet her. Like, I want to know more about, like, what's going on.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, Koi Pond.
Yeah, thanks, Koi Pond. You got each other's backs.
That's what this is about. None of this bullshit of like, well, you only listened since episode 3. Oh, you've been only listening since episode 1005.
Fake fans. It's
None of that
relax.
Shit. Everybody's welcome to the Koi Pond as long as the water's warm. If you're a cold ass bitch,
get out of the pond.
Get out of the Koi Pond.
Oh no, here he goes again.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm gonna reel it back in.
We're okay. Really did, but not too much because we want the koi to stay in all.
But yeah, so to seriously answer this,
I don't know what it was, maybe Reddit or something, and someone was like, he was like 30 or something. He's like, I'm an adult and I just moved to a new city. I don't know how to make friends. Like, I work from home. I'm obviously not in school or anything.
Yeah.
And there was a comment that was really interesting, and it was like, take what you like to do for a hobby and join. It's almost like the school thing, like join a club or a group. Like, if you just like to go hiking, there's literally hiking groups.
Yeah.
Like, I know in LA, maybe not other places, or like anything. And that's you already have a group of people that have something in common. So it's like such an easy icebreaker to be like, oh, when did you start this? Like, how long do you usually go for, or whatever? And that's the best, I think, advice I've ever seen about that. Because like I've thought about that too. I'm like, how do people make friends when they're older?
Yeah.
Besides like going out and randomly talking to strangers. Like I feel like that's hard to do nowadays, especially because with phones and everything.
Yeah. The interesting thing is, I've been like witnessing a lot, and well, I mean, I've been a part of it, but like witnessing like people making friendships and making the effort to make it work. So it's a lot of people, especially like, I mean, like we're fairly new to LA. Like we've been here for a few years, but that's still pretty new. And I've always thought about that. I'm like, like I was lucky to, you have a whole friend group. So I got to like be a part of that, which is great. And then I have, my friend group as well. And then I get to work with a lot of artists and songwriters and stuff. So I get to meet people that way, but there's still like that. Some people like I click with, but we never hang out outside of like writing together. Yeah. So it's like, okay, so I would consider them kind of like a friend. Yeah. It's like if they're like, hey, I'm having this thing, come over. Like,
it's almost like you need that crossover though.
But there's still like sometimes it's just like you don't want to force it, so you just kind of like roll with it. But I talked about it before. I met like so many friends from like shows and music stuff and whatever, but also from like watching like our friend Dan like just like reach out to his neighbors and be like, yo, like,
oh yeah, that's
like,
interesting.
Come hang out. Yeah, like that's crazy to me.
Yeah,
I've not, like I don't know my neighbors. Like,
yeah,
I feel you on the, like, I'm anxious and I'm overthinking, like, then you walk away from a conversation and you beat yourself up. You're like, did I say too much? Did I say not enough? What do they think of me? You have to, like, try to, like, not think about that, because then the whole time, all you're overthinking everything. With the right people, you'll just click and you won't overthink anything, because you'll just, like, it just feels right when you just click with the right people. But yeah, that's, like, the best advice. To go, like, think about what you would do for fun, even if that's like watching YouTube videos and whatever, like at VidCon or
something like that.
TanaCon.
Oh yeah, or TanaCon now.
You meet people, or you go to shows, you meet people, and you can meet people on like even like on, like Facebook groups for like bands or whatever, and like I mean, be careful with it, but
this is random, but my dad collects pinball machines. Yeah. And my basement at home literally is like 100 pinball machines. It's an arcade. And I just found this out a few years ago, but my dad's in this Facebook group for like Omaha pinball machines and like people who like pinball. And they're like all friends now. Like once a month they all come to my house and they'll play games and they'll meet up and like, I don't know, I think they talk every day and stuff. So it's like so interesting.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's like a bond too. Like I can talk to... What?
I forgot when I was like obsessed with Clay Aiken. I found like a Clay Aiken forum, like a message board, and I was on it for like almost a year and a half, and like we all talked every day. Like I totally forgot about that part of my life, but it's like something like that. Even
it's cool.
It's like you have a group.
Yeah. Even like when I like, because I'll talk about like gear and like production and whatever, like with people, like when I met 80 Fits, we like remember we went to that bar, whatever it was, that rooftop place.
Oh yeah.
Whatever
with all
that
our
was.
Friends, yeah,
and like everybody's out, and me and him just sat in a corner, and we're just like, "Oh, what plugins?" Like we're going about all this stuff.
Speaking alien talk,
and then it's just like, your brain just like it's like, "Oh my god, we're passionate. It's cool."
Yeah,
like when you connect on stuff that you actually like, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm trying to think. She looks really young in the picture.
Didn't she say her age?
Did she? Oh,
yeah. I think she said.
Oh, she's 20.
Yeah, making friends at 20.
She's like us. She looks young.
Yeah.
20's still young though, I guess.
20 is young.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I mean, like if you're, at school, or did she say working from home?
No, that was the guy on Reddit.
Oh, right. Jobs. That's like where I meet like a ton of people. Like I work part-time for iAdobe Radio. I do live sessions there, and like it's like funny, like even like With Confidence comes in a lot. So it's like getting, I mean, like we're not friends, but it's
like
just
it's like a community almost.
Yeah, and then it's like certain people you meet through that, or that are like hanging around them, that you're like, you kind of click with.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, this is my guy. Or this is my girl.
Okay, well, let's relax.
Well, I was talking about you.
Okay. What's up?
I don't know.
I was like, what's happening? I thought I was too low again. Sorry.
No, what were you going to say?
When I was working at Panera, it was like in high school, but every Thursday, a certain group of us would always, like, they always scheduled us together for some reason. And it was younger. Like, there was like a mix of like older and younger people who worked there, but it was all the young people who worked Thursday nights. And we were obsessed with it. Like, if one of us wasn't on the schedule Thursday night, we'd be like, can I trade someone to work?
That's
like,
so funny.
It was like fun.
Yeah.
But like, we would never hang out outside of work.
Yeah.
But it's like, at least you have that somewhere.
It's cool.
Yeah. It's like stuff like that. It's like so cool. And it's real, even though you don't hang out outside of that circumstance. It's still there, and you still have a connection.
True.
Welcome to my TED Talk. Yeah.
Let's do one more.
One more, okay.
And, while Carly loads that up, survey.libsyn.com/couple of issues.
Get to it, fishies. I'm Trisha.
Thank you for everyone that submitted that survey.
Yes, thank you so much to all 1 million of you.
Yeah.
Shoot for the stars. Okay. This person says, growing up, people go through lots of phases and stages. Everyone knows that, and everyone goes through that. True.
Okay, she's writing a song.
Yeah, do you want these for lyrics?
Phases and stages, and
and everyone goes through that.
Through that.
Everyone goes through that. Yeah, people like to shame so hard. No, there's one there. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to read this in English now. Yet people like to shame so hard on others when they say they're growing through phases and exploring themselves. Like currently, my friends always talk about how people doing certain things make them look stupid, and I used to agree with them before. But now I realize the people doing these things may look like idiots, but they're happy and they're living and doing what they want. I like that a lot, actually. Basically, what I'm trying to get at is I just feel so limited as to what I can say or do around them, and I love them, I do, but I just want to be happy and live, just do what I want. Anything new I'll do, I know they'll think about me as such a hypocrite, which I don't want. I know the obvious advice is that get new friends because good friends would just accept you the way you are. But these are my friends, they have just always been there. I honestly have no idea where I was going with this, LOL, or what advice I'm expecting.
Okay.
It's interesting.
I relate to this hard.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I have like a lot of insecurities, and there's definitely parts of me that were like afraid to kind of just be myself. And, like, to go on camera and stuff is, like, really tough when you're just, like, want to be happy and whatever. And performing, like, in a bunch of videos I've done, like, I'm singing and I'm, like, so weird when I sing and I'm, like, really self-conscious of that. But I'm, like, screw it. Like, whatever I do, I do. Like, it's not planned. Like, if I'm doing some weird shit with my hands, like, I've talked to my manager, Brian, about it. And he was like, are you purposely doing that? I'm like, no, I don't know what this shit's going on.
I'm just doing it.
But it's, like, so freeing to me. That being said, I always felt that way about my friends, one, who I'm still, really good friends with. And I always was afraid they were going to judge me. Like, oh, I'm in a pop duo now. They're going to make fun of me or whatever. When I got into a pop duo from like rock stuff and everything else was when my friends came out of the woodwork to be like, yo, I love your band. Like
awesome.
it's sometimes you get in your head to think like, I totally relate. I would never trade my friends for anything in the world. And the idea to be like, I'm not going to throw them away. Like, I love them too much. But there is that time of transition where, some people are making fun of other people because they're insecure. I hate that. Like, whenever, like, I do it all the time. Like, if somebody's even making a joke and I'm, like, thinking it's coming off or making fun of them, I'm like, Carly, don't laugh. And you're like, what? I wasn't making fun of them. I'm like, but it seems like it.
Oh, yeah,
I get so weird about that stuff. So, like, I totally, like, want everyone to be as happy as they can be and, live free. But that being said, I think that if you go out there and just like be yourself, there's a good chance your friends will be like, I want to do that too. Like whatever is going to take for you to be happy is most important. Your friends, especially the way that you're talking, like I'm not giving my friends up, they're probably going to come around.
Yeah. And not only that, you'll probably attract so many more people that are like that and you'll just be happy.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
The most attractive quality about Carly is the fact that she at least comes off like she doesn't care. She's going to do what she wants. She's going to be sassy. She's going to be funny. And that's like the most attractive quality, and like not even in the sense of just like, attractive, but like that people like love being around you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
thank you.
And, but that's something like I admire so much about you. It's just because, like, I don't know, I want to be more like that. Like, not care so much.
Yeah.
And just like be me. Cause like, I always like, kind of go
have
with
a guard
the flow
or something. You kind of are like, you kind of adjust to the environment.
100% chameleon.
Yeah. I do too a little bit, but
but I'm getting better at just it's crazy because I'm almost 30 and I'm finally like being like, oh, I can just be me.
Yeah.
And if people don't like it, it's fine.
Yeah, because like literally nobody really cares.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's the thing.
That's what it is.
In our brains, we're like, oh my God, like I'm wearing this shirt. Like I think about it all the time. Like I'll be walking to get coffee down the street and I'm like I used to like worry so much about people judging me. I'm like, they don't give a shit about me.
Nobody cares.
They're going to leave and be like, I don't remember. Like anybody that's like, yo, I was walking to get coffee and this guy had a wrinkly shirt on. You'd be like, you're psycho. Why would you remember that?
Yeah, because I feel like that's happened before. I think we were literally getting coffee. You're like, I just don't have a shirt and this one's wrinkly. I'm like,
yeah,
that's a problem? Like we're going down the street or like we're going to Target or something.
I think I get that from my mom.
Probably.
My mom's the same way. She'll be like, we're going to the grocery store, like, I have to change. I'm like, no one cares.
Yeah, like,
and like as a kid, I would say that. I'd be like, Mom, no offense, but no one cares.
Yeah, no one's gonna look at your shirt and think of you any different. And if they do, that's literally doesn't matter then.
But no one's ever said to me either, like, your shirt looks great today. So it's like, what am I worried about?
Exactly.
Like, it's crazy.
I think I think it's good to have like if you want to like make your image look presentable, I guess.
True.
I mean, that's a good quality.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, there's times. Like, if you're going to a nice dinner, you want a nice shirt. If you're going to get coffee, you can wear whatever you want. You're not changing the world. You're getting the coffee.
Naked.
Go naked. You might get arrested, but
I'm getting that coffee.
It's kind of my mom. I don't know why I was thinking of this example with my mom and Miley Cyrus, but she is, I think maybe recently, but she's like, yeah, I like Miley now, but she went through her like crazy, like gross stage, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, why? It bothers me that people care about that. Because I'm like, why do you care? Like, yeah, she could have been like a hoe and dressing like with her boobs out, but like, why do you care? Like, it's, I mean, I get it, I guess, a little bit where young girls are looking at her. Like, that's.
Yeah, like a role model.
But you're going to see that everywhere anyways.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. And I always like try to stick up for Miley to my mom. I'm like, why do you care? Like, she's literally just doing whatever she wants and she's so happy.
Yeah.
So just let her live her life.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, but her shirt's so low and she's showing her butt. And I'm like, who cares?
So funny.
Yeah. Just my mom.
Well.
But thanks, Mom.
That about does her. Working on my, outro.
Yeah. That about does her.
That about does her.
I like that one. Can we get a soundboard?
Yeah. I'll work on that.
Thanks.
On our elaborate studio.
Producer Bruce. Make sure we have our podcast on YouTube. So if you're watching it, thank you. Please subscribe, like this video, leave a comment. We have Apple Podcasts. Please subscribe. And we have iTunes. Please subscribe. We're literally just everywhere.
And guess what?
Oh, this is a good surprise.
It's on Spotify now.
We're on freaking Spotify. We're a 90s girl band. We're on Spotify.
I've never been on Spotify. Girl band?
I don't know. I listen to 90s girl bands on Spotify.
True.
I've never been on Spotify, so I'm excited.
You did it.
Thanks, babe. He's been on Spotify before, so.
Yeah, I've been on there. I listen to music on Spotify. That's great.
Right. Okay.
It's like the dad joke. So you can totally take that survey. Go ahead and do it. survey.libsyn.com/couple of issues. Yes. And that will help us, make money. Let's be honest,
yeah,
guys.
we'll make money. But it's gonna make our production better too.
That's what we're trying to do.
You guys.
Not that this is low budget, but this is the best we can do with what we got.
It's pretty good though.
More money, better budget, better guests, better pizza.
Hell
that could be an ad.
I like that.
Yeah.
You should read that when we get our first ad.
Yeah.
For nothing. For no company.
But we're also interested in like what your guys' companies are. We'll promote your company.
Yeah, reach out.
Just reach out. You can follow us at Couple of Issues on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. You can tweet us with hashtag couple of issues. You can email us coupleofissuespodcast@gmail.com with what you like, what you don't like, issues that are going on in your life, coupley or non-coupley, relationship or non-relationship.
Anything.
You know, you're sick of wiping your butt with your hands. We got advice for that.
Interesting. Please ask us about that. I'd be so down. Or you can follow me on my social media at Carly and Contro.
And you can follow me at Bruce Wigner, Wiegner. You can also follow us on YouTube, Carly and Contro, Carly and Aaron, and The Weekend Riot. That's it all. What the hell?
I don't know. What? Are you okay?
No.
Are you nervous about flying tomorrow?
I'm nervous about flying because my arms are going to be very tired.
Oh my God, we gotta go.
See you guys next week for another couple of